Sorry. Let me get that going. And the next logical step is for me to start the timer. Yeah. And now I close this. Now I get this thing going. Copy this. Yeah. I can copy it. Okay, I have a question. I can copy things to way too many places. How many times can I actually have stuff of this sort open? Like, how much can we actually have something like this? Why do I have it at 24? No. Why does it stream at such a quality? Why is it at a cinematic of 24 frames per second? Fuck. Anyway, can happen. Can happen. Can happen. Can happen. We are. We love. We love cinematic 24 frames. Why is it at 24 frames actually? Like, what's up with that, man? What's wrong with that? Anyway. Okay, we have that, we have this. Let me order this thing over here. Now. Discord, yeah. I need to get that, and I need to close. I like having 20 things running in the background. Yeah. It's the best thing to open the, what's its name? Hidden icons, not exactly. Hidden symbols, whatever. Tasks that are in the very background running. Poe 4? Wait, this is Poe 5? What do you mean this is Poe 5? Eh? So this is episode 5? So I named... There is something named incorrectly somewhere. Okay, I see. Interesting discovery. That's certainly something. I should probably try to fix that, I guess. I should try to work on that. Also, for the first time in ever, let me see. Why is... Okay, wait. Why is like the... Why is... Well, you can check it yourself. YouTube has a different audio level than Twitch. Unavoidably, I do not have control over that thing. So, why is Twitch lower? What's up with that anyways? Whatever. Whatever you say, Umfi. Let me close stuff. Let me have this thing over here. Let me now... Do I need to open this? I don't need to open this, right? Like, yeah. I can clear this thing. Okay. Where would I can close this? Is it lying? Wait. Is it lying? No, it isn't lying. Why is it lying on my phone then? What's the... Wait. Before I actually forget to copy the thing. Copy link. Today is the 5th day of Path of Exile? No way. Am I like addicted to it? Probably. Yeah. Probably. I mean, yeah. To some degree, I've played way too much. I can accept it. I can accept that degree of responsibility. But it's a good game, so it doesn't matter. It's all for the sake of the best kind of gaming, the good gaming. Okay, we have everything set up, supposedly. Next is... What is next? Yeah. I copy stuff here. I can close. I can have this tier. This thing over here, yeah. And also this other thing over here. And like that. And activate that. And wait. Can you not be sped up? There we go. Next is yeah. Over here, over here, over here, and I need to meet myself yet again. What a beautiful gift. Yeah, there is such a difference of audio between YouTube and Twitch. Why does that happen? Like, what made things be that way particularly? What made YouTube say, yeah, you know what, we need this feature? Not YouTube, probably Twitch. I have no clue, man. I have absolutely no idea why it has happened. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the 5th episode actually, so somewhere along the lines I messed up when I was naming them. Can happen, can be part of the experience. But it's fine, it's whatever. We have everything right, basically, so it doesn't matter. Also, how did I open? I opened another tab without realizing. Can happen. Can very much happen. There we go. So, yeah, where were we? Let me now game. Options, sound, save. And now we are not going crazy in the silence of nothingness anymore. Here, behold, open your ear, so little one, for it has come to us the beautiful original soundtrack of Path of Exile. Blessed are we. Blessed is our people, for we possess now the possibility of encountering this boon that is audio. Yeah! So, anyway, let me, while we are waiting, let me, I think it's like a pretty good activity actually to remember, to utilize W plays. Something I have, what the fuck do I say that? I have something to mention, but I have something to mention. I don't know how to mention that. I have no clue how to go about mentioning that. maybe I don't need to say anything. Maybe it's fine to not say anything in this case. Yes. Can happen. Yeah, I have no clue. I have an idea, but we are gonna keep it to myself in this case because yeah. It can sometimes occur that you realize something, but there is no way for you to say anything about it, so this time we should keep it to ourselves, and you will eternally live with the question of, oh wow, but what it was, and there is no need for you to ever know. Whatever. It doesn't change anybody's life, so it's all good. And okay, there we go. I utilize time all my pixels. We are right. Anything else? No. So yeah, probably I should actually change scenes. Yeah, there was something else actually. Good morning. Wait. Hello. We are yet playing Path of Exile. Can happen. Can sometimes occur that you find something that. No, man, I already explained that last time. I wanted to do something, anything, for the sake of doing something. And in that sense, Path of Exile works. So, I also did want to play the new league. I think, wait, did it actually coincide? Almost. We started playing on like Saturday, Sunday, basically. So it was very close to the league start, basically. So yeah, we are taking advantage of that too. But the real point is that yeah, I had exams and I should have been paying attention to that for a little bit. And I did have to do that. So anyways, now, probably, I guess, I don't know. I said it before in terms of perhaps we are done. I don't think so. I don't even remember exactly how many times we did play Path of Exile. The last time that I went over this, I know I did, but not how many streams. The point is not really the streams in terms of quantity. The real concept here is just the aspect of, yeah, here we are. So, whatever. Also, let me get this thing here. Good morning, Path of Exile, in all its glory. And let's check. 23 hours only, so yeah, very good, basically. Something else? Nothing else, I guess. I have stuff from the last map that I was trying to do, which I probably, not exactly I failed, but I didn't get anything out of that, so yeah. That was that. Armor or jewelry? Wow. Armor or jewelry? Wow. Amazing. And this thing, wait. This thing has an identifiable thing. It's martial prowess. Martial prowess is actually amazing. What? Increased attack damage, attack speed. Ah, no, okay. I thought it was the other way around. I thought it gave me more attack speed than attack damage. No, you know what? I don't actually need it. 10 passive skills. That's a lot. And just for the sake of identifying, what is this? Saver. No, I'm not using that, so we are good. Also, isn't this like very much trash? I got, okay, let me... I don't even remember where we left last time in terms of final damage. Even does it really matter? It never truly has that much of an importance in the end. If you know that it is going to be absolutely wrong, whatever you are told by the tooltip and whatnot, does it really matter at all? The point is, I have like 14,000 damage right now. Who knows how much I truly have? Point is, I finally upgraded a little bit more to wood. That's the most important thing, I guess. I went around and got... Ah, yeah, I didn't show that. I did without directly doing so. Let me... What's up with this here? 6 link. With all the things put on this, on the cyclone skill. So yeah, we are absolutely good, basically. But yeah, that's the sum of it. The fastest sum of everything, basically. Besides that, I don't know, live 1400 right now. I don't know, working towards things. It's whatever. Point is to keep progressing, so yeah. Nothing else to really add in that sense. I don't know. I haven't. Yeah, let me simply say anything else instead of that. Wow, beautiful. One day I will learn to not idle too much. It's not exactly complicated, but it's tempting to sit back and forget that I need to activate my potions. But yeah, I was trying to say, I have been continuing studying, and that's as always. I think that one of the few things that remains eternally present, so to speak, is yeah, what happens whenever you... What the fuck? What? Avoid being stunned. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Whatever. I was saying that yeah, one of the few constant things, I wouldn't say permanent, but yeah, recurrent themes whenever you, so to speak, acknowledge my existence is that, yeah, I basically am studying. Wow, what an inspiring message. And it's, I don't know, it's complicated in a way. It's always a weird sensation, I guess. It's interesting always to be trying to study something, but it feels so strange. Sometimes I have the sensation that unavoidably we do not care that much about it. I was saying something. I was, besides the personal studying for the rest of the more quote unquote necessary things, I was also watching a little bit some other stuff in the line of this guy. It's not a guy. This kid, literally, who was doing experiments. I think it became somewhat big, so that's why I assumed it's a more well-known story. But the narration itself, more properly, is basically there was a kid from Japan who, being 10 years old, had developed a little bit of theory and created some experiments about the whole notion of inherited memories, the intergenerational inheritance of knowledge based, based on the different things that might drive animals to do this reaction, so to speak. And the whole point was that this was something absolutely revolutionary somehow. Also, it's lying. It triggers me so much. I don't know if it is lying because of me or if it is lying because of the game. You have no clue, man. Anyways, I was saying that this much lying has to be my internet, right? Cannot be the servers, right? Right? The moment I die, I can see it happen. Okay, I was explaining. Yeah, that's the key. One of the most important or noticeable aspects of his study was that, yeah, he tried to talk out the inheritance of memories, which isn't always important, but unavoidably, he was capable of identifying the ways in which that happens in lesser animals. I don't really know the proper category, but the whole aspect of, these more basic forms of life who shouldn't really be concerning themselves with all of these issues, and who shouldn't be having anything to deal with all of this world of experiences. They are also going through the whole aspect of, you know what? We are indeed seeing that they can retain, not even retain, they can gain the memories from previous generations, and that becomes noteworthy already. So what was that? That's the thing that they have to chase, I guess. The golden spirit? Wow, I see. But yeah, point was that it seemed to be important, but I'm not trying to talk out the value of the study itself. It was, to some degree, useful. Unavoidably, the final note that the video ended with was something along the lines of, and this is yet another stepping stone for the sake of understanding how human consciousness emerges and exists and is created. Because we can understand the consciousnesses of all other animals and the ways in which these very similar traces of development are made, are created, are brought forward in any living organism. And yeah, it was good because of that, but the thing that I found wasn't mentioned at all. Okay, it was done by a 3-year-old. Isn't it kind of sad? Sorry, by a 10-year-old kid. Isn't it kind of sad that a 10-year-old can realize that, but people who are far more specialized in the field cannot really make anything of such similar impact? In a way, one of the most wonderful notions in that sense is it leaves me with the sensation that we are, to some degree, really, it's not anything new. but it's always the message of, yeah, are we really good at doing this thing of understanding and exploring and creating and manipulating anything and the whole notion of science as we know it and whatnot. And I feel like unavoidably to some extent, it actually is quite a right of an statement that, yeah, sadly, you are away to outside of our proper playing field when it comes to those things. We are incredibly lost in regards to all of those things. And I almost died. Thank God I didn't. Beautiful. Thank God I didn't die. I was saying that, yeah, it always leaves me with that strange sensation. It's good that we have advancements, but at the same time, isn't it kind of bad that they happen in this way? That we have people who specialize so much in so many things, but truly the place from where it actually occurs, the most impactful thing, so to speak, is a little kid. Not the issue is not that it was done by a kid. I don't care. The issue was children is capable of understanding basic concepts and utilizing them in a meaningful manner. There is such an abandonment of exploratory spirit, let's say, from the more grown-up people. There is such a normalization of disinterest in all of these things, and that is strange, I feel like, unavoidably. And that is, I wouldn't say annoying, but yeah, it's to some degree unavoidably bad. It shouldn't be the case that we are so absolutely lost in regards to, yeah, this is what could occur, what does occur, and what not. There is, I always try to, I guess, gripe with the whole notion of, yeah, in the current world, in this current landscape, it is quite possible for anyone to have interest on things, yet at the very same time, it doesn't happen. Normally, that doesn't occur at all. It always, notions of that sort, videos of that kind, brings me back to the whole aspect of, yeah, you know what? It's beautiful. Even a little kid is capable of encountering something that catches his interest and dedicating itself to the exploration of that very same concept and doing anything. The most important notion that, so to speak, I wouldn't say modernity, but the current present times brings forward the promise of, yeah, you too can also be a useful citizen to all this scientific endeavor that surrounds our present day and whatnot. And that is to some extent true, but to some other extent, that doesn't really happen. Most people do not find any sense of interest in those things. There is always, I was remembering something that I also read. This one I also didn't read. It was another similar concept of that sort of. There was this guy who did it wasn't even an exhibition. It was more like a performance, I guess. A performance done in the streets. Was a guy who was carrying a block of ice throughout the city. As always, there is to some degree an issue of trying to actually understand what is the point. You don't really have a directly explain the reason as to why things are the way they are. You have to always try to assume a little bit why did the artist do this one action. But the conclusion that the analyst was capable of arriving at was something along the lines of perhaps it was talking about the nature of these modern times in which effort always goes unnoticed and in which most people live under that very same lie of, yeah, you have to keep on working on things for the rest of your existence without ever seeing any kind of gain nor benefit nor nothing, basically. And I feel like this very same kind of notion and many more similar spirited ideas all coexist nowadays to the degree to which it is incredibly easy to believe that truly no one can actually achieve anything of substance, so to speak. There is no real point in trying out anything or working in anything when not to just say, no, that's not true. More along the lines of, to some extent, it should become obvious enough, let's say, that no, suddenly, the world is full of possibilities, even without the already occurred things, so to speak. We also have so many more other things to see. Also, wait, I want to see what is this thing. Lightning. Nah, I don't use lightning. Rarity. I could use that, I guess. Plus 2 levels of socket gems. I could change plus 2 levels. Is a lot, actually, no? Is this the maximum value that it has? 2 levels. Wow. What could I utilize there? The Flesh and Stone and the Herald? I could use the 3 marks that I have. I have to think about it. I will have to see how we go about that. I think it's actually good just because of that. Probably it's gonna be a good damage increase, taking into consideration that it is like 3 or 4 stats. Also, yeah. Now that I took a second to speak out the wood and whatnot, I actually have reached a proper understanding once again about where are the directions that we should be heading towards. I think we are in that sense very good. We will have the opportunity of doing many things. It's unavoidably. We don't really have as many levels free as before. We are already like level 50 something. Level what? 56, yeah. So not as many, but still to some extent possibilities. But going back, I was saying the whole notion, the whole myriad of ideas and notions that have been created and that try to speak out the nature of efforts and how we as human beings should not try to concern ourselves with any of those things that could or should or would occur nowadays, that we might as well try to understand that our importance in the grand scheme of things is always much more reduced than anything else, that it is useful for us to be not aimless, but rather lacking in spirits that, so to speak, to do something at all is meaningless because we never require to do something like that. And I feel like unavoidably to some extent that whole field of ideas is not just strange but also bad, directly bad, so to speak. It's what is strange, actually, let's say, is the way in which we have accepted all of those things. It's actually just very weird to see how much you can actually hear so many people talk in that very same way of, you know what, doesn't matter, nothing can happen. It can very well be illustrated with the example of literally a kid of just 10 years, a 10-year-old was capable of doing something of significance. And it isn't going to revolutionize the whole field of existence, but to some extent, there is also the value in understanding that sometimes it's useful to have things even if they are minimally impactful in terms of, this thing will perhaps inspire others to do a little bit more, and perhaps one single person truly benefits from that in 5 years from now. But even if that happened already, that is significant enough, that is capable of doing something of importance, it's strange to see how much we have otherwise accepted that, you know what, it's fine for us. We should really not care about any of these things. I don't really think so. I feel like, to some extent, the value lies somewhere else, so to speak. There are other things that matter, or, that possess an importance at all. It's sad to see that, we have simply boiled most of our current existence to the hierarchy of you suffering in the act of being, because there is truly nothing that you can do to enjoy being yourself, or there could perhaps happen that you encounter to some extent somehow something that might or might not give you the benefit of, yeah, and you know what, this thing doesn't make me feel as bad, which in the end can still be quite bad. You are to some degree accepting that, yeah, no matter what I do, I will be suffering anyways. Also, let me take a second actually. Let me here. I want to drink something. I realized I brought with me earlier today, not for streaming, earlier, at like some hours earlier, a bottle of water. I haven't hydrated at all, probably in like the last 2 hours or so. I am going to die like that. Okay, whatever. We are saved from suffering. Open Pantheon. Do you have anything? Additional physical damage reaction per second. You have been stationary. My wound is everything but stationary, so yeah, it doesn't matter. No. I should probably consider this, yeah. Do I have anything of importance here? I think that I have the intelligence, I think. No, actually, I don't have anything like that. Do I? Wait. This requires strength and dexterity, strength and intelligence. No. Strength and dexterity, intelligence. Like, probably I can take this out. Yeah, and just lose the mark. Okay, let's actually try this. Give me here. What was the ring? I had a ring. I sold it without checking what it was, I think. It doesn't matter. I'm going to tell myself that before I actually lose my mind thinking what it actually was. Ah, man. Can happen. I am looking for... With just being able of putting 2 or 3 of them, I'm happy, I guess. 4 is the limit, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. I can put the Herald, the Flesh and Stone, and what else? Yeah. It's quite tempting, actually. I mean, no, it's not tempting. The Poacher's Mark, I don't need to have that at all active in that sense. Vulnerability, I guess. Okay. That way things look fine, I guess. Yeah. So, I don't remember the last damage. I'm not going to test all of that just for the sake of saying, oh wow, higher number. Amazing, cool, how expected that. Also, wait. Is this actually altering my damage? Why do I have lower damage than before? What's going on, brother? We are gonna assume that it is fine. Because I don't want to actually know. Okay. All the materials. ASMR? Unintentional? Which effects? What do you mean effects? Like, okay, high rating, I guess? I can see it. No, I don't mean to have it, I guess. It happens. It happens unintentionally, or there are way too many mouth sounds. I can see it happen, sorry. 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 I can do that, I mean, it's not bad. Okay, let me... You're correct, yeah. I can actually do it, I guess. In a way, it's a right call. it's not really ASMR, what? How do you say it? Unintentional ASMR. That one is the correct. There we go. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now also welcome. I hope you're doing very well, Tormi. What was I saying? What the fuck are these things? Sailors. Something. I lost myself. I took a break to hydrate like 5 minutes ago and forgot everything else that was happening. Something around the. Ah, yeah, okay. I remember. It was about the nature of existence and the nature of being and whatnot. It was also about the whole aspect of how in many cases we find ourselves. It has been a while. Welcome, Tarzan. I hope you're doing very well, man. Hope you're fine. Yeah. It has been a while. It has been a. Sorry. Wait. Okay. For a second, I almost had a heart attack. I said, like, wow, I pressed the wrong key. I doxed myself. No. Yeah, thank God I didn't actually. It's just the ping. No, wait. Can we play with that? You too tired later? What? Sorry, I didn't grab it, man. What? I didn't grab it. I have been streaming consistently. Sorry, I shouldn't get angry. I have been streaming quite consistently to some degree. I have been around the place. I don't know. This last week, for example, I have been pretty consistent. I can say this much. To some extent, I before this week, I have been minimally absent, like I guess 3 or 4 streams per week instead of what my real goal is. Multiple of them. Every single day seems quite unreal, but yeah, as something like 5, I guess is my unintentional goal, and I wasn't really capable of doing that. But this week so far has been pretty solid. But no, I don't know. I have issues. I don't like making any kind of tweet whatsoever that says, yeah, I am live. I want to I want to do very bad stuff every single time that I have to think about that. The whole notion of holy God, I am sorry. I have to see my own tweets, and later on I find out that I went for weeks in a row just having, hello guys, I'm going live, please come join. I guess there are more meaningful things to say than simply I am going live. If it happens that somebody realizes that I am here, I am going to be extremely happy. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I will not tweet it. I should probably tweet it. But anyways, welcome. I hope you're doing very well also. A chaos. Beautiful. What a meaningful thing. And this stream dropped nothing of importance. My favorite. But yeah, I was saying. Also we have the trial. Good. Getting viewers together sounds really hard. That's why I admire Vtuber. Something I could do it. I guess, really, yeah, to some extent it's always strange to have the whole aspect of having people care. Not exactly strange. It's difficult to do that, but at the very same time, I guess, based from what little I understand in that sense, no? It's not like, this is how things are. Based on what... Why am I getting so many specials? On what little I get to know about how things seem to work. One of the many important things is always also being capable of doing something else besides. No matter, let's say like this, if what I do is absolutely boring, no matter how many times I post, people, I'm going live, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't really change anything in the end. There is something else that possesses a real importance. What's going on? I have so many... Why are so many things dropping? I feel like I'm getting a dopamine hit every 2 minutes. What's up with that? But yeah, it's part of the experience. I don't know, I guess it's dangerous to say it, but at the very same time, it's true. If you want to try it, you should try it. It's wonderful. It's an absolutely beautiful thing to do, I guess. people always say stuff along the lines of, oh no, yeah, you have to think about it as a hobby and you have to think about it as something to keep yourself entertained with and whatnot. But in the end, at the end of the day, aren't most of the things that we do a hobby? Aren't the lives that we drive full of those things that exist just to entertain ourselves? Isn't it useful to have yet another way of entertaining as a person besides the more basic form of, I don't know, I am going to doom scroll? It's fine. It can be to some extent difficult, but in the difficulty it also can be found the interestingness of the thing itself. To some extent it's nice. It's sometimes people also like to make things sound incredibly difficult, and in some cases, huge remark on in some cases, not every single one of them, but in some, it isn't really true that things are impossible to change and whatnot. Some situations are hard to navigate, some others are more about how much you can properly adapt yourself. If you want to try it, you should try it. You should. It can be difficult, as you say. The whole notion of, yeah, have somebody care might be hard, but if you want to try it, at the least you have the right to do so, so to speak. You have to remind yourself that you deserve to try fun things, even if you don't succeed in them. It's not like you have to be a pro ice skater to try ice skating, so to speak. You don't need to be the best snowboarder to try snowboarding. Such things also apply to fields of this sort. It's not like, no, well, you don't have the best voice, you don't have the best. You cannot, for example, between you cannot understand how to get a proper model. Doesn't matter sometimes. What matters is something else entirely. But whatever. Point being, it's fine. Thank you very much for the thing. Yes, we are still here, and I guess we are going to remain here. Anyway, I don't know. I was actually kind of trying on that same idea line. The whole aspect of. Let me recapitulate a little more, just in case. I was mentioning one particular thing that became quote-unquote popular, at the very least in my feed. I have seen it enough times already to think that it might have gained some traction. And why am I getting so many special... Sorry. Can happen. That, yeah, something that I found out that has kept me very interested. This skill became very famous. This Japanese skill became very famous because basically him being a 10-year-old contributed to a particular ethnography? No. Ethnography? How is it called? The field of science in which people take it to themselves to explore the animals. Basically there, the kid gave a huge contribution based on some research that he himself drew out those animals and whatnot, and it ended up being very significant, so to speak, and yeah, it ended up having a lot of impact in all of that stuff, and it wasn't the notion, besides the usefulness of the discovery that the kid found out about and whatnot, it also had something else behind it. One hidden message of, yeah, this kid did something wonderful. Even older people from that very same field that have been for decades working there were looking interested at that children. Besides that is fine. But besides that, there is also another layer of, isn't it also to some degree strange that we are... It's fine that a kid does something great. It's beautiful. It's something to be happy about, unavoidably. If you were to have a kid, and the kid that you had at such an early age of existence did something of such an importance, you would, unavoidably as a parent, be capable of saying, yeah, I am happy for it. But besides that layer, there is also the symbol, the aspect of... It's weird to take such an accepting stance to, yeah, this is natural that once every million years, or let's say every million citizens of the world, somebody finally comes and does something of importance. A mí me gusta la Pepsi. Also, hello, I hope. Given it's so early, I hope you have a very good stream. I know what you did, so I need to ask this time around. I hope you did enough bells. And also you played, what was it, off, so yeah. I'm not gonna say that. So yeah, also, no, wait. Now that I'm wishing for the stuff, let me take that second and do, right? No, shout out. There we go. Amazing. Did I do it correctly? I did it. Also, welcome everyone else. Welcome, Playfarm. Trent. I said, nah, yeah. And Lord and everyone else. I don't know. Etiquette is something around the lines of, as always, thanks for the stream, thanks for coming here, people. If you need to ride and rest, if you need to take a break, whatever, it's fine. You did your part. Have a very good one. What are we doing here? Wow, I have no clue. What are we doing? We are playing Parcheesi, brother. No, sorry, we are playing Path of Exile, as you can see. Wow, impossible to understand that much. But yeah, gaming. Wow. Naya, you intend amazing. You intend stream, I don't know. Amazing. But thank you. Wow. But anyways, I was, for the third time in a row, let me explain this story to you. I was talking about the story. This story is about a little Japanese kid who did some experiment in, I will have to actually look it up. Ethology, I think it is called, the scientific field in which you study animal behavior. It was something based on how the memories are inherited from multiple generations. And it was a significant enough encounter, and it was important by itself, but also it had the final message of, you know what? This kid did something that no one else seemed to be capable of doing. And the issue is, I always have, I have a huge gripe, I guess. The expression is, I have a gripe with that notion of, yeah, you know what? Only once every blue moon something special happens. I guess learning to try to do something by myself has led me to the notion that it actually is quite harmful to believe that, no, yeah, you know what? We are incapable, everyone. The average person is incapable of doing anything of substance for itself. Every single thing that happens is due to special things, and only very particular individuals are capable of accomplishing anything of substance. For example, in this case, there was a huge lack of importance, lack of interest paid to the whole previous story of the kid. It was barely mentioned, but the kid was studying animals, studying, in this case, what he did was based on butterflies and how memories, patterns of behavior, and those memories are inherited from different generations through many generations, not just son, father, but rather across even grandchildren and even more. And all of that happened despite the whole scientific method and how one can replicate studies and can absorb those notions, because the kid is capable of understanding what it's doing, and because it possesses an inherent desire to do something in that sense, and has been working, whether it's our children, doing something of that sort since years. I think it opened with something along the lines of the kid had an interest for insects and the whole biology since like age 4 or so. He was winning awards because he was, simply put, a human being capable of utilizing its time in something that actually catches its interest. And all of that happened in a way in which it was not just useful, but doable for everyone. The whole aspect of, yeah, I can also focus myself on something. I find that that is absent in most of the things that we say, we do, and we hear. And that's exactly what I left, I guess. That, I don't know, I always feel incredibly angry when I hear stuff of that sort. It's irritating. At some point, it becomes more than anything else irritating to be so much surrounded by yeah, you know what? Everything is purely coincidental. It just happens because we're lucky and whatnot. To some degree, there is always some extent of randomness involved in whatever that happens in the human lives of ours, true. But besides that, there is also a degree of, aren't we also in control of our very actions, in control of the choices that we take? Isn't the free time that we possess capable of being utilized in the things that we care about? Isn't the potential, innate potential of every single person to do what they truly want, what can, so to speak, bring forward that very same conclusion of, yeah, you know what, I am immersed in something that I know could be useful. The notion I was trying to develop was something along the lines of, yeah, you know what, nowadays most people cannot at all contribute to anything because it has become impossible for anyone to do so. The way in which this very same saying gets repeated to such an extent makes me feel like the issue might exist, but more because everyone has become acceptant of the issue more than because it truly exist as a problem. The self-fulfilled prophecy that everyone has started to parrot to some extent, and the way in which everyone is absolutely aware that, yeah, you know what, I cannot work in any way, and I cannot do anything of importance, and I cannot, because I might have my particular conditions as a person, I cannot be somebody who does anything significant, and all of that is horrible, I guess, but can happen anyways. Point being, life is good. And also, it isn't lying. I can probably hide the latency thing through. Thank you. And I just realized, probably you didn't hear it. Sorry. Sorry, I hope you have a very good stream now. The whole thing of, as always, if you need to rest, go do so. Thank you. And yeah, I don't know. I love that. But I don't know, it's life, I guess. Something along the lines of, what is it? Okay, true. The whole way in which we tend to associate with such notions becomes incredibly annoying, and I feel like it has... Okay, I have been particularly exploring the whole aspect of anthropology, and inside that there is, I guess to some extent, an accurate depiction of things of there is no real society. Society only exists the moment in which you try to stop and look at it. In the moment, there is no society. There is only communication between me and others. The thing that happens between us is just pure systems of interconnectedness, so to speak, that allows us to share something, but not much else. And besides that, there is nothing, there is no real sense of, society as the social construct or whatever. What remains after that, what can, quote unquote, be observed, that gets absorbed into the stories that we utilize, all of us, and the ways in which we work out together towards the different goals and the societal values that we hold, all of those things get constructed only throughout the continuous instances of communication between the me, the personal self, and the rest of the world, let's say. But in the moment, right now, there is no, once again, there is no society happening here. Society is just the thing that you can extract once you look at what has already happened. Society is the abstract name that we utilize for the notion of, here we have this community, here we have this group of people, and because it is impossible for us to grasp the individuality of every single one of them conjoined in the act of existence, it is easier to say that, here we have this community, here we have this society, this micro group of associates of people who know one another to some extent or not, interacting, and all of that is in this very same sense. I feel like what makes it happen that the issue lies somewhere along the lines of perhaps society has the blame to take for what gets said so much, what drives the force of you know what, I personally believe that it is not my issue, it is not my problem, that I see myself as incapable of achieving anything of substance when it comes to the influence in the world that I could have. It is society that keeps on telling me that. That's where I am trying to go with this. I feel like to some extent, not exactly the whole of it, but to some extent, that very same notion can have some role to play in terms of, sadly, unavoidably, to some degree, it could be true that the person abandons its responsibility by the mere existence of that other thing which can be utilized to. The most vulgar way to say it would be simply scapegoat in terms of, I do not have to be responsible for myself. I can say that this other thing is what influenced me to be this way. I have the possibility of simply putting the blame on this other enemy of our society is always what oppresses me and what gives me simply, in a lesser state, incapable of acting in a meaningful manner and being happy and whatever. And I feel like I don't know. I'm still trying to think out of that. I don't really have an entire notion about all of those things. I just not that I feel weird by the realization of it's so over, man. Nobody can do anything. I don't really think so. I feel like on about it to some extent we have so many possibilities. Life is full of chances. It's also about trying to do something, but you can say it's an honest statement that sadly it becomes quite impossible to do anything when the common encounter with the rest of the world is we're all so incapable of doing anything, we are all so incapable of moving ourselves forward or anything of that sort, we're all so diminished in our own existence and whatnot, and we're all so, in the moment in which the person tries to accomplish anything, it has to deal with the realization that its efforts are always futile or whatever. And I don't know. I haven't tried to think about that, I guess. Yeah, thank you for coming to my TED talk. I don't even know. I have thinking. That's what I tend to do. Thank you very much. Let me take a break. Finish the map so I can take a break. Thank you. Let me drink some water, yes. Amazing. You see, sometimes it's not even about having anything particularly different. Sometimes it's just about possessing that bit. Not possessing, every single person possesses that to some extent, let's say. The capacity to accept that it can actually be useful to channel that energy in any manner. Let's say like that instead, yeah. And I don't know. I guess it's strange the way in which, despite all the current rituals, we still struggle so much with the notion of an identity that makes somebody be what allows them to quote unquote ascertain that happiness. Whatever, man. Also, I can't use this. Alright? How do I use this thing? Contract? Interrock Harbor. I don't have that. Huh? What do I do with this map? I should. Not gonna say that. Not gonna say that. Ah. Anyways. No, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna say it. What the fuck? What? I was okay. Why am I so weak, brother? Why is every single enemy so strong? Actually, like I was literally not dying before. My favorite goats with immolate. Nothing better than an enemy that you need to avoid because it will kill you if you remain close to it. And me, who has nothing to escape from. Yeah, the issue are the goats. I can see them exploding the moment I kill them. I'm not even being killed by an actual enemy, I'm being killed by the fucking corpses. Beautiful. I just have to clear fast, but not too fast. Or else I die. I see. I get your message, man. Also, it was so bad. That mirror was so incredibly bad. Doesn't matter. But I don't know. Life, I guess. Trying to think out this stuff. I'm trying to keep on having some sort of importance. I want to say importance. That can be called delightful, I guess, in some way. And feeling like, I don't know, I guess sometimes it becomes so difficult to have anything like that, but at other instances, it actually happens the, I guess, complete opposite of, yeah, you know what, there is no issue whatsoever, there is no problem, there is no. Sometimes things are actually so amazingly good. It's beautiful. Why do I keep dying? Can happen. Can happen. Can absolutely happen. Let me see. Mirage area? No, no, no. Indeed, I do not want that. Give me chromatic orbs. Wow. Shut up, man. No, 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 no. There are more goats, more imploding goats. I am going to. You know what? I have free will. I don't need to do that area. I have no need whatsoever for that area. Goodbye, man. See you soon. I despise every single exploding goat. There was a mirror of Calandra there. Fuck that mirror. Oh, man. What an infuriating encounter. Not really. But I need to. The personal drama of the daily life needs to occur. Otherwise, the person would. Oh my god. Lightning and shock resistance. What do you have that you instantaneously kill me, man? I have. Wait. Defense. Something tells me that I have no resistance whatsoever. I have minus 22, minus 10, minus 12, minus 30. Wow, amazing. Why am I dying? Great question. I have no clue whatsoever. Why would I be dying? Ay. I have enough life to not get one shot. Thank God. Wow, okay. I see. I understand what's the problem. I need resistances right now. Okay. I should buy a ring or something. No wonder. Absolutely no wonder. Does this thing give me minions? I'm not a minion. Before I die from an aneurysm, let me go here. Actually, let me get a healing potion. No. I have the music. How do I mute the music from the game? I have been for the past. You had to suffer from the past hour or so. Me, schizophrenically speaking, and nothing else. How can people be fine with that? You have to say something. Sorry. Bye. I didn't mean to do that. It happened. But we're good. Now, I promise you there is actual music. When did I mute that? I don't even know. It happens. I'm looking for a ring. Any ring? I should probably get something that has intelligence. No, right? Probably. Who knows? Miscellaneous? No, is it miscellaneous? What is it? What am I looking for? Requirements, heist, sanctum, ultimatum, trade, stats. Ah, yeah, here. Total to all elemental resistances. Yeah. 3. Plus 40. No, I don't need a plus 40. I can use a plus 40. It will be good. I mean, to some extent, it will be good. Like, unavoidably, it will be absolutely amazing, actually. I have a 49, I have a 50 over here. Ah, aha, unavoidable. It's not so good. Can't use other rings. Understandable. What a wonderful ring. What a beautiful ring, actually. What an amazing ring. Let's see, 30? Okay, at 30. Here. 30 is... Okay, more reasonable one. So... Discipline has... I want... Okay, discipline. I don't use discipline. What are you talking about? Increased rarity. No. Cold, lightning, fire, lightning, cold, lightning, fire. Nothing that I can actually is easily equip. Like, I don't need one particular resistance. I need anything else besides the resistances. I see. The resistance is because it sums up all of these things. Makes sense. So what about this? This one, I guess. What am I wanting to lose? Physical damage, maximum mana, intelligence. Yeah. This thing, dude, chaos. Wow, such an expensive item. I have only one chaos. It was actually to some degree expensive. Probably the issue was something else. I think I spent like 5 chaos buying this. Doesn't matter. Insubstantial. Most of this world is insubstantial. No, sorry. Where did that come from? Great question. Now that we're buying things, total increased physical damage. Total 80. What? Why do you cost so much? What? The next one is not even remotely close to that amount of cost. I can probably buy this. Like, what do we have here? I have even more intelligence. The issue is, do I need intelligence for anything? Like, 66. I'm going to lose. I'm going to end with 56. 55. 18. No, 18. No, yeah, I actually don't need intelligence, right? Like 55. 55 for this. Yeah, okay. I don't need intelligence. Amazing. Amazing. We're gonna change items? No way. 30, wait. Minimum 30. Let's see. My favorite part of the game. Buying items. Using cash to buy stuff. This is global chaos damage. I don't use that. Wait, what about this and is there anything that total attack speed? Yeah? This thing. Global 21, 5. This thing is actually good. Okay, give me this. Do we have enough cash? Important question. Do I have enough gold for this transaction? I have it actually. Wow. Okay. There we go. And wait a second, because I wanna see 14 something. And this is 13. Okay, okay. Reasonable change. And I cannot go in here. Sad. Such state of affairs. Also, okay. I mean, Prisoner's Gate? Yeah, this is Prisoner's Gate. Okay. I should. Defense. I am going to probably die if I get hit by anything chaos. It doesn't matter. But, besides that... No, not here. Isn't it like chaos inoculation, or how do you write it? Like that? Where are you? Here. Chaos inoculation. The maximum life becomes 1 immune to chaos. Understandable. So, shield. I need probably this thing. Or... No, I mean, there is literally no other way to not to receive chaos damage, alright? Like, immune to chaos damage, yeah. Can't happen. Doesn't matter. It's part of the experience, basically. Also, direction? Were there like multiple pathways? Ah, this is... I remember, this is the area in which you have to like hunt for the different beasts or something like that, basically. Yeah. That's the only thing that matters here. That's the only detour on that. Yeah, now you see, now I don't instantaneously die when something hits me with elemental damage. Good enough, good enough. I am proud of this thing. Saved myself to some extent. It doesn't mean that I'm absolutely saved. Still, I am in a very bad position. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I can save myself somehow, somewhere, with something probably, for sure. Just need to focus on getting it right. Probably. Who knows? But yeah. It disappeared, certainly. Anyway. I guess I, to some extent, lost what I was saying, to some extent, also unavoidably moved on from that. Because, yeah, I have been on the very same path of, yeah, the human efforts and whatnot for the last 2 hours or so, and the point is, to some extent already understood, I don't need to keep beating the same dead horse anymore. You get what I try to mean when I said that, yeah, people are wonderful. Wow. And doing things leads to consequences, and doing something that you like also leads to consequences. Probably good in this case, but consequences still, so it's not that surprising, so to speak. Now, you, mister, what do you offer me? Sin? No? Here. Less. I don't care. Goodbye. And thinking about it, don't I probably won't I benefit from something like Nessa? Wow. Won't I benefit from something like the a bandits problem or something like that? The whole mission of the bandits that you kill and whatnot. The one that gives you like 15% extra defense so that you don't instantaneously die. In this case, that would be good, no? I don't have access to it, but regrets are always there, I guess. Whatever. Also, why do we have defense? I have 8? Ah, no. What? I don't understand. I have fire resistance the lowest, I guess? Probably that's what it means in terms of... I didn't have any from... I think I understand what happens. I think I have literally from nothing else any elemental resistance, so that's kind of bad actually. But it can happen. I mean, what will I do? Okay, we have now the rogue actually unlocked. Am I going to do it? I think I'm not, eh? Being honest, I feel like it's, I wouldn't say meaningless, but to some extent useless. This mechanic doesn't seem to be that good of a pair with the currently available mirage one, so yeah, that's not what we're gonna focus on, basically. But whatever. I was trying to say earlier that, yeah, I don't know, man, feels many times it's always strange. This world is, in many ways, quite an interesting place. There are so many things that always happen that you can encounter, and there is, I don't know how to exactly call it, the whole capacity to basically learn to abstract oneself from the perspective of, yeah, these things are fine. There are so many weird situations that occur in the very daily life of one. I find it not just funny, but to some extent even useful to be capable of abstracting oneself from those things. It's nice to have that possibility, but beyond the basic level of, yeah, it's good to not be so much immersed in what happens to myself and whatnot. The other layer of, and also I have the benefit, the possibility of encountering what occurs in my interiors, so to speak. I have the possibility of trying to understand what can be, and trying to also, besides just the personal things, also the aspect of, and these other things that also occur out there that I can slowly understand by looking from that perspective of, but if I stop simply saying that it is what it is and nothing else, what can I actually extract out of them? That whole mode of, yeah, I do have still the possibility of not just saying that, yeah, everything is fine. Not because things are not fine, but simply because It's otherwise strange to accept that, yeah, everything, no matter what happens, deserves no judgment whatsoever. Unavoidably, not the notion of I have to judge, the eternal first perception of, yeah, judgment means that you are, so to speak, judging from above, being a judgmental human being, somebody who only does things in bad faith, but rather that other more honest side of, I, I, I can judge things. Honestly speaking, I can judge stuff without being an absolute asshole about it. I can say what I think out of stuff without hurting things. I can dissect an ocean without killing the creator of it. I can do those things, you know? It can happen. It should, to some extent, unavoidably happen. That I can express myself in regards to those things without being such a damaging person. Also, it said something about a soul eater. I didn't pay enough attention. I should have probably tried to see what a soul eater is, even. But I don't know. Life is full of those things. My point is, and so many of those exist that I feel like unavoidably it is strange to be so not particularly acceptant, but simply, yeah, capable of saying, yeah, it's fine for us to not care about these things. It's fine for us to not have any interest whatsoever in the analysis of what occurs around me. There is, I guess, in the very same line, let's trace it like this. In the very same line of thought of, yeah, this world is the problem. Every single thing that happens out there might as well be damaging to look at, therefore I have no obligation whatsoever to anyone, to myself, to others, to nothing. I have no reason to try to understand what happens, to try to pay attention to what occurs or whatever, when I feel like unavoidably in reality, not for the sake of, I am obliged to, but I simply can, and if it could be beneficial, why not try at least to understand how to make it work for me, so to speak. In so much the eternal message of, in this current society of selfishness and whatnot, why not be so interested in those things? Eh? Why not allow that to enter from that perspective, I guess? And I don't know. It's weird. Life is always weird. But that is how we live around here, I guess. And in the end, as long as we don't end up absolutely destroyed by whatever it is that we encounter, it's all good. So we keep on normalizing, accepting, nodding at whatever comes, whatever is, whatever shall be, whatever we see, and there is truly nothing to do about that. So sometimes worrying out those things is to some extent meaningless, I feel like. It's, in the end, we have gotten so accustomed to living without any observation whatsoever for those very amazing, those very same kind of things that nowadays to try to worry about them out of nowhere might as well be counterproductive. Not exactly counterproductive, but simply too bad, so to speak. Too meaningless. The whole notion of, yeah, I don't have any reason whatsoever to care. Why should I truly do so then? So, at least I can tell myself, I can shoot in the knowledge of I decided to care. That much is something. And perhaps, I don't know, start from there, driving to a better direction or something like that. Trying to influence the smallest possible unit instead of remaining in that other position of, nothing matters whatsoever and whatnot. Expedition Logger Affinity. What an amazing inclusion, wow. Higher for items. Overexertion. Supported attacks deal 7% more damage if exerted, and then increased damage. This is like you have a 16 plus a point 10, no, yeah, a point 10 multiplier plus a point 07. Amazing. This game actually has understandable mathematics. I just needed to pay some attention to it. Who would have expected that? Now, wait. Yeah, now I go out and I still have this other encounter to do. Amazing. It's absolutely beautiful, this thing. No. I am in the come here. Can I open the chest? Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So this, give me this too, and this, and I am missing something. Probably this thing, I guess. There we go. Detonate. Amazing. Mashing. We want to finish this act today? Probably, no? Like, it will be weird to not be capable of doing that, I guess. Okay, there we go. Amazing. No. Thank you so much for... I needed to come here for a third time to remember what it looks like. What it looks like. Yeah. I had to reconnect with that memory. Also, I stopped dying, so we are back on track. Life is so right again. What a beautifulness. No, I need to explore everything there is. I think that, yeah, this area makes me worry entirely. I don't know where there are hidden bosses and where there are no hidden bosses, so I actually need to explore, just for the sake of saying that I did so, in case there was a hidden entry to somewhere. This could absolutely serve as a hidden entry, and 200% could serve as a hidden entry. Thank God it doesn't. So, something else that I'm missing? No, I guess not. We're fine. And now to center the map. Why do I have to move it? Why do I have to move it? Like that. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, we're done with this area. I am still over level, like... I am almost 10 levels over the current area. Amazing. I guess probably if I had all my defenses, I wouldn't be dying so much. The only issue is, yeah, I can have defenses either from the skill tree or from the items. Crafting is king, unavoidably, but crafting is difficult, brother. It costs so much to craft something good rapidly enough, so to speak. I might as well not want to craft anything. Also, no, wait. You can't Samter. You are soaking with me. You can't. Bruh. Give me. Can you jump? No, okay, you can't even see from down there. Understandable, actually. Wetlands. This is the... Yeah, this is the area with multiple areas, so... Makes sense. I actually don't even remember how long this act is. I have played so little this far ahead into the game that I am actually absolutely clueless. But the point really is to simply let it take as long as it needs to take. I'm impatient, sorry. It is stronger than me. Anxiety says, yeah, you know what, you should be done with this area right now. But correct that the sorrow is the meaning of the thing itself sometimes. And even if I can hear it somewhere else, I struggle still with adopting it as a proper way of seeing the world, so to speak. But yeah, the point is, we are fine. If we spend 5 hours here, we shall spend 5 hours here. I mean, for example, today, I slept like... how much? 2 hours straight? It's not like I am... I don't know, there is that eternal... It's not even immediateness. The whole aspect of... oh, no. Immediate. Yeah, it is immediateness. It's not anxiety particularly, or I guess, okay, no, unavoidably it is anxiety, but normalized to the degree to which nothing truly gets called anxious mode of existence anymore. Everything is just the way it is, and if you are not conforming to that very same state, you might as well be to some degree strange, because it could, quote unquote, be bad for you to not adhere to that same mentality and that same way of thinking about stuff and what's not. When in reality, the point is also something else. But yeah, sometimes stuff like this is good, just as it is. There might be a future to think out. There might be a build in the next 50 levels ahead. But right now we are also no such need to worry as much. So far we're great. So far this works. I swear to God, I have been doing maps. I haven't even remotely close to this been getting as many unique items. What's going on, man? It's not even something about, yeah, being a streamer. It just happens. Randomly it has been happening. Whatever. Part of the experience, I guess. Sometimes you can be lucky, sometimes you can't be lucky. And whatever you are, it works. Also this. Now it deals 1600 damage. I should stop looking at that number, man. Whatever it says is wrong. Part of the magic of being here, randomly seeing things that make no sense whatsoever. I mean, oh no, yeah, I should say it before. The things that they use for the numbers are actually quite understandable. The issue is having enough patience to do the whole math. I don't know, okay, I was gonna say the same expression that most people utilizes when they talk about games of this sort. Yeah, I don't want to get a degree just because I wanna play Path of Exile. It's not even that difficult. I would probably need like, let's say, 1 or 2 hours to understand why the number changes throughout the very same run, why is it higher, lower, and how can I make it Now what will I get even higher and what? I got the most high. Because I got frozen. Beautiful, beautiful. Entirely beautiful. Okay, no, here. Mirage, adrenaline, no. Increased experience? I guess so. If you're gonna offer me that, man, how can I say no? You don't understand. You're putting in my hands power that goes far beyond what I can accept. Power in essence corrupts even the most noble of people, and it's fine that it happens, because that's how we are accustomed to being. That's how we exist. Sadly, we are here to be tempted. But resisting the temptations is also part of the experience. Being capable of saying no is also what matters. It shall be whatever. But whatever it is shall be good too. Okay. We're over here. Dexterity. I have an issue. I want to get. Let me explain to you for a second this thing here. I want to get the more maximum life. Question is why it's a multiplier. I have like 1800. I will probably with that get to have rapidly doing the numbers. I want to do the real calculation. Let's say 2200 or something like that, and that will be amazing. But the issue is, to get there, I will have to take some stuff. Probably, no, I guess I can adapt the wood to make it work. I just need to fix the current issues. Yeah. But to do that is so difficult. No, it's not difficult. I just tire myself by thinking about it. It's the eternally present story of, yeah, this is such a problem. Why did he drop so much stuff? Whatever you say, my brother. Okay. Is this chest also here? Okay, here. It dropped nothing here. Whatever. Ah. Good. Very good. Also, we lost like 5 frames or so, not many more. Why are you taking so long, brother? True. In total, how much? Let me check again. 0.3, not even 0.5, 0.3. Ah, amazing. No, no. Wait. I can fit you, I can fit you. There we go. Moving items, my favorite capacity. And now sell this. Do I need to identify them? I'm not going to use it. This. What is this? Bows. I don't use bows. Wait. Accept. And. Now. Do you have orbs of scoring? Yeah. Can I use? Ah, I need to identify. Okay. Sorry. Now I can do this. No. Ah! The nature of this thing remains the same no matter what I see. So, bye. This. Something else? This. Malevolence? No. This thing? Do I actually need anything? No. I'm good with that. Produce? What? Amazing. What a gift. The crafting recipes. Absolutely unnecessary. I love getting random achievements. Favorite part of the game. Okay. I have so many tubular orbs. I should probably try to sell some. Can you kill a god? Yeah. Also, I got 2 passive points from doing that stuff. Amazing. Shut up, Faustus. Yeah. Rogue marker. Do I hear the clink of rogue markers in your pockets? Can you rapidly tell me the ring binds us all, and to all within I shall do no harm? Understandable. But we don't support stealers here, so shut up. No. So, my current goal was I took this thing also, because it also is attack speed. Here, and to here. And now I will arrive to this thing. And after that, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 levels to get to the Mage's Bane, which is spell suppression, sorry. Suppress the spell's chance, basically, yeah, the same thing. The issue is at which level? Level 58, so 62 to get here? And after that, that much I have planned. I think I probably need this, right? Like, unavoidably will have, yeah, I will have to get this thing. And anything else? There is no, wait. All elemental. Ah, this is actually all elemental, wow. That one works to some degree. No. This thing? Maximum, no. I don't need a maximum, brother. No. Nothing else, really? Only this one? Wasn't there another one close? This one. Plus 12, yeah. Ah! The issue is this gives me elemental damage, and I don't utilize any elemental damage whatsoever. Understandable. Wow. I think probably this would be good to check if it gives me a chance to do the stats, no matter what. That might be actually amazing. But otherwise, it's very bad. This is 8? I see. I am probably screwed, then I need... Yeah, no, only this. I mean, 5. 20, 25 with these 3 things. This one is 8. How much damage do you take otherwise? This thing seems tempting, but... I think I should give up on that. I should just... Yeah, probably would have to maximize my defenses or some other way. This thing? Plus 12. This thing. Accuracy. An entire trip to this thing? No way. No way. No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem reasonable at all. The world might be screwed. Can happen. This thing is wonderful, at least. This one I like. But we will see. Yeah. So I have literally, well, almost literally, no resistance whatsoever to fire damage. Okay. We will see. What do we have here? I have even lower resistances because of this fucking belt. Yeah, I forgot about that. Why did I get it? I know that I got it because some random reason, like, it seems to have good numbers otherwise. Let me see. It has, yeah, 224 life per second, which is amazing. But besides that, it's quite average. I mean, unavoidably, wouldn't every single one of us want something like a maid's blood? That is the best item to get, unavoidably, for this situation. But will I get one? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. Something tells me that it won't happen. But you have to not lose your hope, I guess. And the question is, what am I looking for here? Is there an enemy that I escaped or something? Why did I actually come here? Like, this thing? No. Where should I go then, actually? Here? Ah, yeah, here. Also, I like how there is no fucking connecting bridge to anywhere, not waypoint to anything. Can't happen, I guess. Can occur. Wow. We're in a perilous situation currently. But such is life, I guess. Why do I get so many drops, man? Why do I get so many of them? Dude. You see, that's the issue, man. One gets so many beautiful things, so many beautiful gifts. And the question is why? It's hard to say thanks. It's hard to say thank you so much for everything. What a beautifulness. The easier response is to ask, to keep pondering why me? Why my turn? What did I do to deserve that? Instead of simply accepting it and making usage of it, whatever it may be. Because in the end, to understand that truly there is no way in which we can say that something was deserved most of the time is so much more complicated than what we can actually think, than what we can actually admit. But yeah, there is no reason for it. It can just happen. And one should be capable of being fine with that, but that's not the case. It happens that things happen, and when those things happen, one cannot avoid but to feel strange because of them. I guess that's my point. But whatever. Be it absolutely whatever. It's all fine. It's all part of the process. Also, Soul Eater. Ah, it's the enemy. I thought it was me doing something. I have seen way too many of those things. Of those link thingies. When I don't even have that skill myself, so would make no sense whatsoever that it happened because of me, particularly. It just occurs. Okay, hero. Enemies in mirage area have a chance to be empowered by wildwood wisps. What are wildwood wisps? Okay, wish for wisps. We shall see what they are. But before that, let me pick up this. Yeah, I actually love the concept of how the mirage works. Because it gives you so many extra mechanics. It's amazing. I am sorry for having slept on you, my dear, wonderful Mirage League. Now I finally understand. Now I finally make it work for me. Now we are finally good. In peace with the nature. No, not exactly. But I'm showing whatever it is that comes through all of this. Okay. So what was the point of these things? I don't even remember. Like, what do the abyssal sockets do particularly that makes them in any way special? I'm pretty sure nothing. But whatever. I know. I remember lastly I used those boots that have like 2 abyssal sockets. They are amazing. That much I remember, but besides that, I'm pretty sure they are pretty, I wouldn't say bad, yeah, but meaningless. Inconsequential, yeah. But, be it whatever, man. Also, there is no crafting recipe over here. You give me one on the other side, but not here, really. Okay. Thank you so much for your efforts. Ah, because that... Probably it was still alive. Sadly, we got no possibility of seeing that because it instantaneously died for some reason. Why was it so weak? Can happen. What the? He came back? Amazing. Okay, something tells me. The spawning ground. I remember this area. I remember being stuck here, actually. And yeah, I to some degree do not like it. To some degree. It's not really that bad, but still, it is strange to navigate, actually. Okay, there we go. Now, here you come, brother. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where are you? Bro. Wow. Such an easy boss to... Where are you, man? Here. There we go. Okay. Now you offer me something related to poison, no? Not even remotely close. Okay. Can happen. Here. Is there anything else? No. Okay. No, 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 wait. I lied. There is something, there is something. There is my dear mirage encounter. Give me my mirage encounter. Here. Yeah. And my mirage encounter with the thing. With that one thing. Wow, beautiful. Coveting ones. So true. Such a covetous person. What was that? What's going on? Why are you exploding my PC, brother? What are we doing, man? What? As long as I don't die, I'm happy, I guess. Okay, here it ends. Wow. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Good enough. Was good enough. Also, are you seeing this thing? Amazing. Not at all bugged. The hour is later than you think, immortal. Shut up, brother. Stop being so fucking ominous out of nowhere. Nobody asked you for that. Okay. We are done with that map, and I think I took the teleporter to this one. Okay, no, the teleporter to this area. Yeah. There we go. So we're gonna do this. I'm going to take a tiny break. A tiny, quote unquote, idle break, so to speak. Before doing so, what is this? Horrible. Don't give me another of those. Ever again. No, wait. Let me open this thing. Here. I actually sold the map, no? I had a map and I actually sold it, right? Like, I'm amazing at this video game. No. Here I have it. 6? Bruh. It's trash. I sold the rare one. Understandable. Yeah, anyways, we're not gonna be doing much here, I think so. Also, if I... Oh, amazing! It auto-saves them? Good. Why did I save an eye? I don't need that. Wow. Faustus is here? Amazing. Goodbye, Faustus. Okay, yeah, I said. I'm gonna go take a tiny break. After that, I guess we're gonna try to finish this act. How much is remaining? Great question, I have no clue. But however long it is, we are gonna deal with it. So, yeah, give me, what's up? Give me a second. First, we come here, what's up? And after that, the real BRB screen here. And now, give me another second because I have 20 arrows to move around to actually inform anyone who looks at that yeah, I am taking a tiny break. There we go, BRB. See you in 2 seconds. Don't wait for me. No, sorry, yeah, wait for me, please. I thought I didn't mute, but I did. Actually, I'm amazing. I I was gonna say, I don't know why I am so hyper today. I said before I slept like 2 hours, but that isn't really all the reason. Also, no, wait. Need to get closer still. More like that, yeah. But it can't happen. I realized something. The moment in which it started to get minimally heated in here, I started to die so fast, man. It seems to be the case that, yeah, I was partially very energized thanks to me not dying from the heat wave. It is slowly being more tame, the climate, so to speak, so beautiful. But anyways, here we are. Good morning. We are playing Path of Exile. What is Path of Exile about? I have no clue. Why are you asking me? Another passive point? Why am I getting so many of them gifted? My point was to say that I was gonna never get a good build going. Now you're giving so many chances to me. Beautiful. We are absolutely back, man. I have evasion rating. How much? Character. Miscellaneous. No, defense, right? Estimated chance to evade attack 3. Wow. So meaningful. So meaningful. Anyway. Anyway. So meaningful. Wow. What the fuck are these things? Why are you waiting on me, bro? Anyways. It's part of the fun, I guess. Also, we haven't lagged, we haven't had any issue. What a beautiful world. What an amazing universe. Also, wait, isn't this the girl that I killed like in the first act or something like that? Right? Yeah? Who knows? Sometimes the message was forgiveness, and I said no, I cannot forgive them, for they did something maybe not bad enough, but I just couldn't afford to allow myself to say that they were. Why can't I move? That they had the possibility of being forgiven. I could never do something like that, sadly. So, because of my spitefulness, I have now damaged that which I loved the most. But the message, the real message, always was to forgive. Also, how the fuck do I get through here? Wait, can I jump from here to here? No. I I can. I actually can. Okay. There is like 3 pixels which you can utilize to do that. But good to see that you can. Ah, yeah. But well, then. Yeah, we're kinda in a good, headed in a good direction, I guess. If things keep being this way. And I don't know. I feel like unavoidably, to some extent, there is some strangeness. I made a very sarcastic comment the other day, but without really analyzing anything. To some extent, it's, I wouldn't say bad, but just not really capable of bringing anything forward. You know, I can assume many things but it doesn't really mean that my assumptions change the way in which the world works. But yeah, it's strange the way in which this whole the aesthetics, let's say, of this game. That's what I feel like is strange. And very, very obviously also particularly. It's not like, oh no, wow, what am I saying? It's so, this game is so normal, unavoidably. It's quite a gory game and whatnot and all of that. And because of those things, people could very well say that, yeah, you know what, it looks this way, it works this way and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, to some extent, yeah, but also I feel like unavoidably there is the Hero of Alchemy, really. That is something that deserves noise. It is an interesting thought anyways, in terms of, oh wow, why did it have to have that look? I guess, is it really necessary? I can propose it as a concept. I don't know if it will actually work in any way in terms of, yeah, somebody actually picks up this whole field and gets to do something with it that is, I don't know if revolutionary, but at least wonderful enough that others look at it and say, wow, this was actually great, so to speak, and was meaningful in any manner and whatnot. In terms of, can you actually change how the whole aesthetics of these kind of games works? You have, it's not that much of a complicated notion. The way in which games of this sort obtain their visuals is first and foremost from the Diablo influence. Unavoidably, the whole genre of ARPGs comes from the quote-unquote father of the genre that is Diablo. But besides that, you also have other things in terms of, I don't think unavoidably just because of Diablo every single one of them would choose to be gory in a way, and that there has to be a reason in terms of, I guess, the whole aspect of distraction, the whole aspect of how so many things you can see, not exactly fail apart, but rather fall apart, sorry, but rather the whole notion of, yeah, your destructive capacities visualized in front of you for your enjoyment as you see that all that you have worked for brings the, once again, the destruction of some enemy that lies in front of you. And it's difficult to have anything like that exist without the, yeah, without the notion itself of, yeah, you need to have enemies that you kill, you need to have things that you destroy. Like, what I'm trying to say, would it be possible to have a far simpler, in terms of visually speaking, far simpler game, far more basic game that doesn't have all of these layers, all of these levels of, yeah, and you can see how the enemies explode and how the enemies lose their limbs and how so much death occurs around you and all of that. Once again, I will say that part of the point is how, oh yeah, you can get the thing working without you needing to have so much distraction, so to speak, around on one hand, but on the other one, I don't really know if that is truly the case. I guess I said so. To some extent, it seems to be necessary to have something like that. Now, how do you, as a player, otherwise identify that you're doing something, I wouldn't say good, but in any way meaningful, if you don't have any input from that sense? You get to continuously see your distraction evolve in those things that you kill here. What can you truly abstract all of these things to something so simple like, I don't know, you have, instead of monsters or it's the whole formula. Like, I don't know, when you think about Titan Quest, is it Titan Quest? I think it is Titan Quest. I hope it is Titan Quest. And such games in which you are always fighting against, instead of here you have the, not exactly supernatural, but more like Lovecraftian horror. Okay, on this other end you have perhaps something a little bit different that comes more from the line of, yeah, human encounters and the war and whatnot. And for example, Van Helsing, another title of this sort. Is it Van Helsing? The Adventures of Van Helsing or something like that, in which you also have the whole plethora of more medieval themed monsters and whatnot. And all of that stuff always is something that you destroy. But I don't know, can you, is it really doable that you can abstract the whole current formula to something more like, what? Can you really do something where you don't destroy? What do? You purify things? You get rid of things. What do you do? If you aren't really destroying stuff, what are you doing actually? That is different in any way. That makes you not be a killer, so to speak. To some extent, it's the whole notion of, unavoidably, you know what you're doing. You have to accept the responsibility of what you're doing and what's not. You do not have the right to say that you are not killing anything, if in the end you're always killing stuff. But okay. You also have, that much I can admit, you have the issue of, but that doesn't have to be the eternal method of encoding this whole scenery, so to speak. A huge portion of that also is directly given due to how we find ourselves associated with the whole aspect of, yeah, you know what, this is all that has ever been. It always, an ARPG is always about killing stuff. Therefore, the mere mention of that tag will make you think that you're gonna be, as an action RPG game has always done, here too. Oh my, what the fuck? Anyways, I was saying, whatever, brother. What a beautiful monster. Yeah, I was saying that as every other single ARPG did, here too you will be killing stuff and you will be destroying things and whatnot. And I don't really know if that is gonna be in a way the case always. I don't think that is necessarily what has to always happen, but since we have gotten so accustomed to things being that way, I guess unavoidably it will be such a huge degree of work that you will need to do in order to not see it that way anymore, you know? But yeah, I don't think it's impossible. I just think that it's strange that, yeah, in this case, games, action RPGs are always about the distraction, you know? The whole twist to the sender hasn't really happened in my eyes. Unavoidably, you have different games that utilize different mechanics, but the real twist, the core twist, should be happening in the narrative, the mode of associating with the game itself, which so far hasn't occurred, because we are still in the quote-unquote encoding of, yeah, you have the enemies, you are the killer, you have your justifications or not, or your massacre, but you're still killing stuff. You're still doing something of that sort. Where, once again, I don't know, I don't think it needs to always be like that. I don't, it shouldn't be so much of a crazy notion that, yeah, perhaps you can have a simpler game where you do something else. That's the issue. How do you talk about it? What do? You purify, okay, an easy example would be something along the lines of you are a antivirus that is dealing with viruses. You are still eliminating things. You could, just because you're a virtual thing doesn't mean that you're not eliminating anything else. You're just not spilling, so to speak, the blood of others, but you're still getting rid of something. I said purifying, for example, but in many conceptions of the religious concepts themselves, when you say purifying, you might as well be referring to the whole notion of, yeah, you're purifying, aka you're also perhaps probably expelling the demons, and you might as well also be getting rid of all those dangerous, damaging things and all of those potentially bad influences, and in the process you have actually to also sometimes spill a little bit of blood. Like, for example, in terms of historically speaking, it was a purification of the lands in their eyes, the whole holy, what is it? The whole thing that the Holy Crusades, in their eyes, it was something holy. The conclusion might as well not have been, but in their eyes, it was something absolutely holy. So, who tells you that what happens here is or isn't really of that same kind, you know? Also, I have full inventory. Let me... This. I don't know how you can actually do something like that. I like that, yeah. So much that I can say, but so little that I can actually give meaningfully in terms of, yeah, and besides the issue existing in that way, there is the solution. There is a clear pathway forward to easily deal with this. I have no clue, man. I believe that there might be some way to do what I propose. Can I think about one? Not really. However it might happen, no clue. I have 3 chaos. Beautiful. But yeah, that's my sorry, my current thought. I feel like, really, that is at present something that I feel like is lacking to some extent. Because yeah, I like RPGs, but I get so incredibly bored of every single one of them being, oh yeah, do you wanna see all these enemies explode? No, I feel like, okay, let's say like this. I would love something that twists in whichever direction it is. Even if you don't change the whole argument of, yeah, you're killing stuff, even if you give it that meaning, something that lets you have a visually spectacular thing happen, but not just with the skills. You can have visually surprising skills here, where the whole notion of what the at the later stages players start out of, perhaps at some point you're going to actually be utilizing, giving, trying to gain anything remotely similar to what is visual clarity by having to pay. But only that, not really anything that comes from the rest of the stuff. The landscapes are not surprising, the things that you see are not surprising. I feel like there is still space for more vibrancy, let's say like that, yeah. And that is absent, absolutely absent from all of this. It would be very good to see that exist. And I feel like, yeah, sadly, it doesn't occur that as many of those creations are made visually stunning, game gets created in the ARPG area. You have many other things somewhat, once again, somewhat similar, but they are not truly visually stunning. That has lost its place, I guess, something like that. And once again, I don't even know why. It's not like, I know, yeah, I can easily identify why this problem exists here or there. I no clue, man. I know that it happens, I cannot tell you why. I guess I wish I could, but no way. At least not right now. But it will be whatever. It will be whatever it has to be. And we shall be fine with it. At least, yeah, at least even so, it is enjoyable still, the whole aspect of, yeah, you gain all those other benefits of, wow, this visually surprising game, actually, that, yeah, is quite good, is quite beautiful, in terms of, mechanically speaking, what you get to do with all of this is already good enough, that, I don't know, what is a different example? Those kind of games that are good, because what you get to do with the things that the game offers is wonderful. Okay, I guess I have one. Something like Minecraft, for example, even if visually speaking the game is absolutely trash, it doesn't... Oh no, yeah, but I have grown accustomed to it. We have grown accustomed to it, but honestly speaking, the 16-bit textures, the whole way in which things look is fucking basic as hell. It's not about, oh no, yeah, you have to utilize a texture pack, but the point is, you have enough things with the ensign and whatnot that you can perhaps ignore how things look and whatnot to enjoy the rest of the experience whatsoever, regardless of those other quote-unquote issues. It's not like they really are issues. They just exist to some extent, but they don't even really function as issues. They are whatever, and it's good. But yeah, my point is, I feel like now we have gotten accustomed to those things to some extent, somehow. It shouldn't be the case, but it is, so we live like that now, and well, can happen. But yeah, I feel like even if the aspect is not all the best, there are other things still somewhere else to think out and whatnot. More like trying to think about it, like for example, in terms of the apparent appearance, the immediate appearance, the thing that you see. It's very much that very same conversation, but in this case taken to games, because you can also have that conversation about what you see. For example, what slowly, I guess, not so much really everywhere, but in the people who has slowly been growing, so to speak, who have reached a little bit more maturity, that they started to realize that, yeah, sometimes there are actually some things quite surprisingly full of symbolic values, messages hidden within the subtext that is not at a first glance apparent, but that possesses an existence, and that more than anything else can be useful to understand, to think about, to, I guess, absorb perhaps, or yeah, think about at the very least. And we have so many of those things, particularly in children's media, and it's wonderful to see it exist, but truly you need to give children amazing messages in the end because they are amazing, but through those mediums, they don't deserve something serious. A children truly doesn't deserve to be, I don't know, reading a book, reading some, watching something like a documentary, for example. Sometimes we possess those layers of, the real message is hidden behind these other walls of interpretation. And I feel like unavoidably in this, it's not exactly the same way, it's not exactly the same thing, but at the same time, it does have that wavelength of, wow, unsurprisingly, yeah, we still have that happen here. We still have a beautiful, mechanically speaking, depth field of possibilities hidden behind the appearance of, the killing game where you just hit very hard and you have to make sure that you kill everything. Doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't matter what is the thing that you do. What matters is the whole play that happens of mechanics and the whole field of possibilities that you get given and that you are capable of experiencing and whatnot. The appearance is whatever, and that's what I'm trying to talk about. I guess the proper meaning is I don't really care about the appearance that it has. I am amazed, therefore. I guess you can reframe it as I am amazed that when the appearance matters so little, when the proper thing that makes this genre work is so capable of being extrapolated to anywhere else, has such a character, everyone truly still goes for the same thing? Everything has to be about killing enemies? Really? Isn't it way too basic? Isn't it way too simplistic? I guess, okay, something like I am making quite a handful of leaps in that whole explanation, but it's something about the way in which you can alter the form of the appearance of things in while maintaining the substance of the notions themselves. In which way? A perfect example, and something that became absolutely popular because of it, was Balatro. Balatro was a game that had the capacity of taking something incredibly visually unrelated, thematically unrelated to the whole aspect of roguelikes, and putting that in connection with those mechanics. And this, you can even make the argument, this existed to such a degree, this happened with such a strength that thanks to games of this sort, it is that now we are talking about any other kind of game like Balatro. Unavoidably, I remember there is this other game that comes before Balatro. It's when you read about Balatro, it's one of the main. Do I need anything here? I think I don't need anything. I think I'm going to skip that one. I have been doing way too many side content, and mostly I am leveling up way too slowly. So yeah, I'm going to skip a little bit on this. But my point is, yeah, that I feel like Balatro therefore had the possibility of bringing forward the change of, now we stop caring so much about the appearance of things. Anything can be truly a roguelike. And in the example of proper things of that sort, there was this one game that came before Balatro. What's the proper title? Something about luck to be a landlord? What luck to be a landlord? I don't really remember. The point is, you have games of that sort which offer you the possibility of, transforming I don't want to say the medium itself, the whole aspect of anything. It's just that they understand the appearance itself of what you're doing. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you're capable of expressing with the things themselves that you create and whatnot. And that's far more influential, important, significant than the basic level of, yeah, this is about killing. I feel like unavoidably we have yet to see something of that sort be created, exist, arrive at this field of ARPGs. There has yet to happen something like that. And I don't know why it hasn't happened. I don't have particularly an explanation that I can offer in this case. But I know that it hasn't occurred, so that makes me feel strange, I guess. Yeah. And the only revolution that happened was when something like what's the name? Hunters? No, Vampire Survivors came out and whatnot, yeah. But even then, unavoidably, Vampire Survivors is still the same thing. You're still killing enemies. You're still killing stuff. You're still destroying stuff. It's not that much different. It's not that much, yeah, anything else. You are still in the same line of, yeah, so much distraction, so much elimination of life and whatnot. And that's what I feel like. I don't know if it has to change. It's weird to see it not change, let's say. But whatever. The real point is, games can be so much more. It's, I wouldn't say sad, but yeah, strange to see that they have remained in this basic form. You would have expected truly that with so many people talking about the innovable capacity of the medium, let's say, more things would have been created under that same line with those same thoughts in mind, but doesn't seem to be the case, I guess. Doesn't seem to be happening at all. But it is whatever, I guess. I'm tired. You're tired, man? Why are you tired? Do you need to rest? Just rest. Go to sleep. Chin, go to bed, I don't know, man. Go take a break. Do something. Something to kill. Elsa, no. Go take a break. Also, yeah, sorry. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Even if you're tired, you can be doing well. So that's beautiful. That's the beauty of life. That despite how the soul might find the body, it can still attain calmness, let's say. You're not expecting that. That's right. No. I said I wasn't gonna do that. I'm absolutely tempted to do that garbage, man. It's like cocaine, you see? That's why I say we should change the formula. No more killing enemies. Give me something more direct. Something else, something that lets me understand that, yeah, I am being tempted. In this case, too. But it happens. Okay. Why are you talking so much, man? I need to do something? Do I need to do something? What's up with you? Shall always. No. Okay. No, I don't. Thank God. Wow. Why does it do so much damage? Why? I guess it has an aura. The aura. Good enough. Also, well, thanks to these enemies, at least I don't take as much damage as before, because unavoidably I don't need to utilize. Just now I realize when looking at my spell bar that I have still the decoy totem equipped. But I haven't been using it for the last, I mean, in this entire stream I haven't used it. And I don't have a reason to do so. So, I guess better times have arrived, finally. No more suffering because of this. The build is finally working to some extent. Yeah. You wanna die faster, man? Don't make it harder for the both of us. Just accept that death is here and let it come to you. Finally, struggle comes. Do you wanna stop? Do you feel like stopping? There we go. Oh no, what a difficult boss. Wow. Oh yeah. Good enough. What's up? Continue. What's this? You cannot be stunned. If you have been stunned or blocked a stunning hit. Okay. Understandable. I don't care about it. And you? What's up with you? You still breathing? Indeed, still breathing. Tail. The Vraid's encampment? We are in Act 7 already? Amazing. Okay. We finished that area. I don't know, man. I have no clue what comes next. Get the relic? Shut up, man. Don't talk about relics to me. I have no relic. And I must relinquish about it. No. Here, you have quest complete. Visit the monastery of the keepers. What? What? What do you want me to do that? Ah, you want to grow. You want me to grow a womba gift. What's up? This? Can I grow? You, yeah. What do you? A womb? A gift? I had to click that. Garnet Shard Onyx Amulet. What? Isn't this good? We should play some games together like before. Yeah. I mean, I have to be honest. I haven't really been organizing anything myself. Sorry for that. But I have been feeling like doing so lately myself. Yeah. So. I mean, not even lately. I have always had the desire. I guess the issue is, do you come here to hear me cry out? No, sorry. Yes, we should. It will be beautiful to do so. Yeah, I will try to organize something. I promise you. I guess the only thing that I can give you is, yeah, in that sense, sorry for not doing it earlier. But yeah, if you say something, yeah, let me try to get something going. Okay. Elemental resistances. How much do I have? 20%. Nice. To some degree. Purchase. Purchase? I don't want to purchase anything. You? No. You? Eh? And my reward? What the fuck? Talk to Charlie. And my reward, brother? What? What is my reward? Do you have it here? Chabrone. Absolutely garbage. Every single one of them. Fuck you, man. There we go. Okay. We are done. With Act 6. Now comes Act 7. Wow. I only have 74 intelligence. Beautiful. So. What comes next? How much time we have in here? It's 2:30 in the morning. Amazing. You can even see the clock here. It's that fucking late. I Let's do a final map. Let's do one final map before doing anything else. One final map. Perhaps here we get the fucking rare item that I was looking for. Which rare item that I was looking for? I don't know, don't ask me. What an amazing area. It's okay, at least, yeah. We got through the entire Act 6. Not entire. I did like 2 maps off camera. Wow. Off stream basically, but I don't know. This game is so good, it's impossible to not play it. Besides here, you know. Yeah, get your side character to play with. No man, no. You don't get it. You can do that. You can get your side character, but at the very same time, it's so meaningless to do that. Because every single character takes, like, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 hours to get good. It's incredibly meaningless to just play with one at X point in time or whatever. Silver Locket. What? Deliver Silver Locket to Wayland? Okay. There is it. What are these things? Ah, encounters? Ritual encounters. No, Alba. Oh my god. I think I will pass on the fucking... Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do your fucking thing. There we go, I wanted a level. There we go, I got my level. Now we can end stream. Alt F4. No. Let me actually finish this. You don't get it. We were so close. How not finish? How will I not finish the game? The stream with that final level. How can I live with such a cliffhanger? Perhaps I got that level and I chose the entirely wrong option. I wrecked the run in that one skill point. It would have been disastrous to not have it happen on stream. We would have missed so much kino. Perhaps it didn't happen, but perhaps. And that perhaps, that trail of what could be, is what keeps the flame going sometimes. You need to imagine the world beyond those possibilities. It's necessary to have the mind ready for all of that, I guess. That's my point. That's the lesson today, thank you. Okay, there we go. I was sleeping without my hype thing. I still got nothing. Damn. Okay, delirium. So many mechanics. So much stuff happening all at once. Absolutely crazy. Eh? But no, yeah, I guess I'm starting to consume way too much mana. I need a mate's blood. Indeed, I need a mate's blood. Can we have Pretty Donor in the chat that gives me a mate's blood? Nobody has one, but you don't know, you have to beg sometimes. You have to be honest enough and say, please give me a mate's blood. Even if it doesn't happen. It's fine, it's fine. I'm just looking for the waypoint at this point, really. I got my level, so I literally just need the waypoint to be capable of finally fucking leaving, brother. What is my waypoint? Okay, Alba, what the fuck you want me to do? Unique Awana drops allows you to sacrifice a unique item. Awana drops an additional unique item. Increases the rarity of items. Okay, I see, that's that. And you? Ah, Ah, I have to do the previous one to next what the other one is gonna offer me. Understandable. Ah, but it takes 1 minute to do. But it's like... It also takes 1 minute to get a fucking line of fucking cocaine. It's... No, man, I'm not going to fall for the temptation. I'm not going to that fucking temple. Fucking hate the temple. But the would work so well with the temple of Atsiri. I... Sure to God. Okay, do you have anything interesting? No. Chromatic orb. Wow, so meaningful. No. Why did you have to have mines? No. The best mechanic in the game. Also, what is the exit here, man? Like, is there just no save point in this area or something? Really? Unbelievable. Let me... So wait. Increase. Ah, yeah. I was like, this is a multiplier? I was gonna be amazed if it was a multiplier, but no, it isn't. You're Rogue. Amazing. Welcome, Rogue, to the family. Give me this here. What the fuck did I sorcerer? Something that I only... Doesn't matter. This here. Something else. Give me this here. And... I guess that thing over there, yeah. Detonate my explosive turrets. Thank you. What a beautiful thing. Oh yes. Destruction all around the place. Yes. That the modern human has stopped killing physically to move to the virtual world where now all its desires, dreams of killing have materialized in that final form of carnage, where through the screens all gets represented in that most brutal of forms, or something like that. Anything meaningful here? No. Goodbye. What? What did I just level up? Great question. Can happen. Wait. I'm in sand stance? I don't need the sand stance. Wait a second. Give me my blood stance, thank you. Unavoidably, I'm gonna be taking so much more time killing stuff. If I use the mechanic that I literally got for the sake of clearing even faster, wrong. Can't happen. There was nothing here. I was literally fully clearing this map for the sake of nothing. Yeah. So meaningful. So absolutely meaningful. Incredible. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to see. Good. Well, at least I got my level, I guess. So I cannot complain about that. Okay, crossroads. Give me a teleporter. Give me a teleporter, man. Give me a teleporter. Don't do this to me. Don't make me walk through the entire map. You know what? If I keep walking in a straight line, turbo. Give me a teleporter. Teleporter. Yeah, no. Not gonna clear. Not gonna clear the map. Have to say stop. Have to be a rational human being and say that it is everything before I keep going. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. No, we are done for the too much gaming. Too much too much. Do you have any words of encouragement for any kind of thing? For which sort? If nothing else, I don't know, man. It's life is wonderful already. Existence is one of the most beautiful gifts. The issue is being capable of capturing the essence of thing in itself. But it's something that everybody has the capacity to do. The issue is to nurture the patience to arrive to the conclusion itself, and it is the most beneficial act to be capable of capturing that essence for the sake of continuing to remain in this plane. But the reason of all the things that I am saying is that, yeah, it can happen. Every single person can do that. You too can also do it. Make sure that you bring that forward. Don't let the flame inside you die. Do not go hollow, as they will say, basically. That very same expression. Life is great. One just has to find how to make it return to that state of greatness. And even if sometimes it seems to be difficult, in the difficulty itself, sometimes it can be found many times the courage to continue. So, thank you for everything. But yeah, this is where we stop, I guess. Gaming. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. One day, next time we play something, you will also have to say something like that. So, start putting that brain of yours in motion to say something. But yeah, anyway. What the fuck? My TV almost turned off. Fuck. Anyways, yeah. Well done. No more. Thank you. Thank you for everything. It was a very good stream. I love perfect. So yeah, probably tomorrow we're gonna be back, but I have to yet decide on that. Yeah, if we get to it, what do you say? If we get to be back, we will enjoy that very much, and if we don't, well, happens. We already had a wonderful time already, so that's more than enough for me. Have a good one. Take care. Rest. Be responsible. All of those other things. Hire it. Whatever. As always, thanks for the time, for the patience, for everything. And yeah, if we get to see ourselves next time, we will. And even if we don't, it was wonderful already. And all of those other things don't stop applying just because we don't. Thank you. And goodbye. No, right, I don't know how. No. I went to set up one, sorry. Sorry. Goodbye. And for you, people on YouTube, thank you. So I closed the game. I forgot yet again to update. So you get that extra second of me opening the game, checking at which level we enter. And level 60. Okay. I see. Edit. Finished at. What the fuck? I muted? When did I mute? Sorry. No, for real. Goodbye.